for some. Are we ready? Are we on? Okay. Is that a yes? Scott? Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, I just want to first acknowledge the fact that there was a major trade, at least in principle. I don't know when the trade call is exactly going to be, but or if it's already happened, but just want to acknowledge also that three great people and tremendous players are leaving the Pacers organization. Domas Sabonis has been amazing to work with for the last few months. Justin Holiday, his career speaks for itself. Guys, before COVID hit, was an amazing Ironman, had the longest stretch of games played in the league. And Jeremy Lamb is a pro and a guy who's a very accomplished player, particularly scoring the ball. And all three of these guys have been great people to work with. So we'll miss them on a day-to-day basis. There's no escaping the human element with this, and the fact that it's a major life-changing event for, all parties involved. So wish Domas, Justin, and Jeremy the very, very best. And with that, take some questions.
Oh, sorry. What does that mean, first of all, directly for tonight, Rick? Do you have 9 players available? Is Reggie at all in the equation? And any health updates for those 3 guys?
No, Reggie's not available. Reggie is a COVID replacement player. He can be with us during this 10-day period, but he can only replace a player that is in a COVID situation. So, he's been going through practice, and was in shoot around this morning, and all those kinds of things. And he's ready if someone gets COVID, but he is unable to play per the rules. So we'll have 8 available. Malcolm will be out. Isaiah Jackson will be out again. And so we'll go with the 8 guys that we have healthy, and we'll make it work.
Yeah, Rick, could you talk a little bit about the guys that you have coming in, Halliburton and Tristan and Buddy Hield?
I don't know. I don't really think I can until the trade is consummated. But it's a deal that changes both teams' rosters dramatically. There are dynamic players going both ways, and it's just for us, it just was a point where Kevin and Chad were looking at everything, and the hope is that this transaction is greatly beneficial to both teams.
Rick, this in tandem with the Karras trade kind of changes the direction of this team. How do you kind of to sum up where this team is headed and how you guys emphasize development going forward? How do you kind of put that into words?
I'm not sure right at this moment that that's completely possible. We've got, the deadline is Thursday. Other things could happen, not necessarily, with our team per se, but there are other things that could take place. Ask me that and on Friday, and I'm sure I'll be prepared at that time to give you some sort of an answer. So.
Rick, did you have a chance to say anything to those guys after shoot around this morning? I know they were there.
Well, I didn't find out about the I should say we didn't find out about the trade until we were back at the hotel for, probably the better part of an hour and a half. And then, I was able to talk to all three of our players. I called Domas first. He picked up, he did not know about it. So I was the person that broke the news to him. And I just, thanked him for really an amazing few months from my perspective, but, several great years from the Pacers perspective. And then, was able to get Jeremy and Justin as well. And, had similar, very similar sentiments for all three. Just a great level of appreciation for their play, their professional approach. The utmost professionals, and they've played hard, they've practiced hard, and they've done things the right way.
Rick, now that you've been here over 50 games, you probably have a much better feel of the roster and kind of the makeup. How much, going back to your word, kind of dynamic, and also relating it to the team's three-point shooting, how much are we seeing that kind of being adjusted into a style in which you prefer to play?
Well, again, I can't get into specifics right now about individual players that are coming our way. But suffice it to say that certain needs, were addressed, and so, that's a good thing. That's a very positive thing. And, from here, it'll be a lot of fun putting it together, and taking, all these, new pieces and melding it into something really good going forward. It'll be a challenge, but it'll be a challenge that we'll love.
I think she called me, I'm not sure. But Rick, with Domas off to Sacramento, how does that change things for Miles Turner?
Again, you're asking me a question that's a complex one. And I love both of these guys. I mean, they've both been, tremendous as players. They've both been great competitors. The irony about all the talk about Miles and Domas and whether or not they could play together was the fact that through the majority of the period where they were both healthy, those two guys in the lineup together were our best lineup. And so that's a tribute to them and the efforts that they made to make it work. Both those guys have tremendous respect for one another. But I love Miles. I just seeing the kind of guy he is. He's a guy's been very loyal to the franchise. So I have strong feelings about him. But we will see over the next few days. I think that's about all I can say right now.
Rick, you may have said this and my internet cut out, but is Terry Taylor available? He was questionable with some sickness on the injury report.
He's available. Thanks.